One of the questions that I get asked by non-preppers is, how many preppers are there? I plan to answer this as well as I can, but before we move on, please support the channel with a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm also going to say some controversial things, so don't forget to leave me a comment. I actually read them. Alright, now let's get into it. For the purposes of this video, the term preppers and survivalists are interchangeable. The website Prime Survivor conducted a survey that I think you'll find interesting. A survivalist/prepper is described as someone who prepares for emergencies, disasters, and other situations where access to food, water, shelter, and other essential resources may be limited. Preppers stockpile emergency food kits, water, medical supplies, and other items, and they're pretty smart. They also develop skills like hunting, fishing, gardening, and self-defense in order to increase their chances of surviving during what I like to call a crisis event. Some survivalists also choose to live off-grid or in remote areas in order to avoid dependence on modern infrastructure and systems. Here are some simple facts. 2 out of 3 Americans have been affected by an extreme weather event. Believe it or not, the state with the highest proportion of preppers is Hawaii. 80% or 892,000 residents have made preparations for extreme events. This is probably because of several things, like the state's location on the map. They're kind of in the middle of nowhere. Then there's the susceptibility to hurricanes, tsunamis, and don't forget those volcanic events. These things could hinder access to supplies and resources and thus require the need for its residents to be ready for emergency situations more than others. The state with the lowest amount of preppers is actually Rhode Island. When it comes to prepping, they seem to be much more laid back, with only about 17% of the population participating in any type of preparedness activities. So, what exactly are these crazy tinfoil wearing preppers preparing for? Sometimes it's extreme weather events, and that seems to be the concern. Hurricanes, tornadoes, things like that. But 54% of individuals who identify as survivalists/preppers are super focused on economic instability, and rightfully so. 16% worry about World War III, and about 14% are preparing for other significant events, that other category. Just take the Chinese spy balloons, fly over into U.S. airspace, and, that basically motivated about 34% of preppers to intensify their efforts. Then there are about 13% that are anxious about one or another of those things that might happen again. Because of those things that we can't speak of anymore, that thing has led to a 54% increase in people that previously didn't think of themselves as survivalists or preppers, but are now more likely to join the movement. Now that we know that, the hard question: are we here in the United States prepared for an extreme event? The honest answer is no. Despite the growing number of survivalists, most Americans are not prepared for crisis events. Unfortunately, the average American can only survive for about a week without assistance. Statistically, 17% would not last beyond 2 days of a full SHTF situation. Thinking simplistically, FEMA recommends a disaster supply kit that includes 3 days of bottled water and non-perishable food, an emergency radio, a flashlight with extra batteries, and a first aid kit, even a little whistle, and definitely some warm clothing. Now, what do you think is happening? For me, it's simple. Some people are preppers and know it. And some are preppers and don't know it. Okay, hopefully this video helped you in some way. Hopefully you like this video. Make sure you hit that like button and then that subscribe button with that little annunciation bell, the notification bell, so that YouTube might decide to let you know when I drop a video. Until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you.